Well, when you're sitting, for example, at the beach of Cox's Bazar or any other beach, now suddenly you see the water rushing towards you in the afternoon. But when you go out there at night, say at around 12 o'clock, you see the water's rushing away, going away. But we call them high tides and low tides. But the thing is, what is this high tide and low tide? What is this force? Scientists always talk about gravitational force and all that, and they say that it's because of the force from the moon. Well, I wouldn't believe that. It doesn't matter whether I believe it or not. But what I want to say is this: that theory does not hold good anymore. Because if you think about it in a simple way, very very simple way, you'll find the moon has got no control over the Earth's water, because the moon is situated at around 384,400 kilometers from here, from Earth. So how can a dead planet, we call it a dead planet because it doesn't have any air, no water, no nothing. So it cannot have gravitational force. That's what I feel. Scientists say that it has gravitational force. How can it have gravitational force? Because it does not have anything. According to their calculation, their theory, everything floats around moon. Nothing floats around the Earth, because we have air. We can go up to 90,000 feet. Beyond that, no oxygen. So there's nothing. If any object or anything that floats around, it'll be after beyond 90,000 feet or something like that. But what I'm insinuating here is this: that nothing really controls the water of the ocean. And if I give you a simple example, you'll understand this simple theory. Look at this glass. You see the water here? Water is absolutely still here. Think of this. Imagine this glass as the Earth, and the water here is the water of the ocean. Now what happens? If you tilt like this, the water rushes towards one end. And when the tilt is not there, that is, it's coming back or goes around it, what happens? The water comes back to the original side. Okay? So if you think this glass as the Earth and the water as the ocean water, when the Earth tilts, it just goes around its axis 24 hours. So when it tilts with the water of the ocean. And when the water of the ocean tilts like this, the water rushes towards the one side. And when it rolls around and comes back to the original side, the water rushes back to the original side. That is, it goes back. That's what when the water rushes towards one end, we call it high tide. And when it comes back, low tide. Goes back to the original side. So this is exactly what is happening: high tide and low tide. High tide means when the water is rushing towards one end. There's the Earth here. You can see the Earth. See the Earth here? When the water rushes towards one end of it, it will water really rushes towards one end, from here to here, or from here to here, or from here to here. What happens is water rushes because the Earth is going round, until from one side to the other side, the water will definitely rush towards that side. And when it goes around, comes back, water again rushes there, over there. So low tide is happening there. So it really continues all the time, 12 hours. From 12 midnight to the next day, 12 o'clock, the water will, say, rushes towards beach. But when at 12 o'clock we go out to the beach, you find that the water is going away. We call it low tide. So high tide and low tide is this theory. It doesn't have to be the moon controlling the water. When it comes back, originally, goes out and then comes back again. Goes out and comes back in. And 12 hours if you calculate, you'll find the same thing is happening 24 hours, round the clock. 12 hours from that side to this side, and from 12 hours this side to that side. That's how it happens. No one is controlling Earth's water. It's all by itself. The Earth is controlling its own waters.